Hi everyone, my name is Isaac Vergun and I am 15 years old and I'm from Beaverton, Oregon, United States of America. Thank you Daniel so much for the opportunity to be an International Team 54 Project Ambassador. It is a great honor and I'm glad to work with you in the future. Here are some things that I've been doing here in the United States regarding climate change and solving the climate crisis. I, last year, was the acting president of the Global Children's Board for Plant for the Planet. Plant for the Planet is a United Nations nonprofit program that trains youth and teens to become climate justice ambassadors through one-day academies. In these academies, the students learn how to effectively communicate to adults about climate change and how they can effectively communicate to youth about climate change to create change in their communities. I also had the pleasure of joining the federal court lawsuit here in the U.S. called Kelsey Juliana et al. Versus United States et al. And what we're doing with that is that we're suing the federal government for violating our rights to life, liberty, and property by allowing the promotion, extraction, and use of fossil fuels, and not having a climate-based policy that is revised by scientists and put through government to reduce the United States CO2 emissions so that we can get the global ppm, parts per million, of CO2 down to 350. I've been doing that for about 3.5 years, and this Monday, we're going to be going down to San Francisco, California, to hear our first hearing by the Ninth Circuit. And it's very, very exciting, and we hope that some other people around the globe and out there in the Philippines will look into that in the future. I do climate work because I believe that this is the most important problem. And whereas many people might consider climate change as being third or second on their list of global problems, all of them can be linked to climate change. And solving climate change could help solve all those other things. And so that's why I believe that climate change is something that is very important, and that's why I care about it. And why other people should also work on climate change, and why I appreciate other people doing climate research and marching out in the streets and doing other community activities to engage in the climate, is because this isn't just a local problem. Maybe people can see some local effects of climate change, but this is a global problem and can only be solved when everyone takes part in it. And I can't speak for my country's behalf because, as you know, President Trump isn't necessarily the best guy to push climate policy or any environmental policy whatsoever, but I could speak for the majority of the people and say that everyone agrees that something needs to be done about climate change and everyone is willing to do something about it. And I am glad that I'm taking part of that through the Team 54 project with Daniel and my work with Plant for the Planet and the Our Children's Trust lawsuit. Thank you everyone. Have a great reception.